Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's nice to be back on this channel. In this video, I'll be talking about backtesting. I've got a lot of messages from people that can teach me how to backtest. I don't understand how to backtest. In this video, I'll be talking about backtesting, and for the pair I'll be using Nasdaq for the backtesting. Okay, so when you want to backtest, the first thing you want to make sure you are doing is you are starting from the higher time frame. So what are you to do on this higher time frame? On this higher time frame, you want to look for demand zones and supply zones where we have imbalance. I know a lot of people on YouTube will tell you if you want to backtest, just scroll to the back on your chart, click on your replay tool and cut from just anywhere. I will say please don't do that. Okay, don't do that. You want to, the purpose of backtesting, for the reason why you are trying to backtest, is so that you can improve on your skills. Okay, so that you can learn how price moves, so that when it's now happening on the live chart, you are able to know what to do. Okay, how to approach price action in a live market. So that's the reason why you are backtesting. So, and when you are backtesting, you want to make it worthwhile. Okay, that's the essence of backtesting. It's not just for you to keep playing and playing with the charts. You want it to be worthwhile. Okay, so now what am I going to backtest on Nasdaq? So on this pair now, we can see this push on Nasdaq, this bullish push on Nasdaq. So now I want to backtest it. I want to see if I was on the chart when this happened, will I be able to cash this buy trade? I want to like kind of investigate how this buy came into place. Okay, so now what I will do is I'll click on my replay tool, and I can easily see that this buy move happened from a demand zone. Okay, so now what I can do is cut my chart at this particular level. I've cut it away, and I want to see how I would have been able to capitalize on this demand zone. Let's take, for example, I was on this chart on this particular day when this happened. Okay, so that's how you want to backtest. Or possibly, for example, you can see on this looking to the left, you can see on this time frame we have a break of structure here. So, and I can see a demand zone right here. Okay, I can decide to cut out this zone and see if this was a live market, will I, at least because this was a break of structure and price has the tendency to move up into the zone because of this imbalance, I can try and cut this zone and see if I would have been in a buy at this zone, if I was able to get confirmation, or if this would have stopped me out, just as you can see right here. So you want to pick zones that are worth it, like demand and supply zone, significant zones. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So now, and as you can see, so to begin analyzing this backtest, you want to see what is really happening on the chart. And looking at this 4-hour chart, I can easily see that we had this high, this last high that I can see, which is significant, and we had this low. This low was being taken out by this high right here. It was taken out right here, and this high gave us this last low. Okay, so now that we've broken this low, we have this break of structure. And if you have been following my video from before, you will know that whenever we have a break of structure like this, I always say there's market we tend to return back to a supply zone from inception that caused this break of structure to the downside. Okay, so that's how the market moves. Okay, so now, because of this knowledge of markets going back to mitigate the supply zone that might have caused this break of structure, I can capitalize on that to join the institutions to buy this Nasdaq back up. So if I move to the daily time frame now, I'm able to cite this supply zone that has imbalance. We have huge momentum candles, and this zone was left behind in the market. Okay, so now I can capitalize on this because I now know the direction of the market, right? So now Going back to the 3 hours time frame, for example, let's go back to the 3 hours time frame. What you want to do now is to mark out your structure. So we can see from this high, we created this low, we created this high, we created this low, we had this significant high, we created this low. And as you can see now, price is beginning to push above the last significant high right there. Okay, so we can see this break of structure right there, signifying to us that this market is actually trying to push up into that daily demand zone that we have marked out already. So now that we have this break of structure, just like we said that once we have this break of structure, markets will push back to the supply zone. Same thing here, we have this break of structure, markets will tend to push back to the demand zone below this structural high. There will be a zone at this level, a demand zone, that will be responsible for this push to the upside. So price will need to come back to mitigate that particular zone. Okay, so now our job now is to find that zone. So remember guys, we are still back testing. Okay, so now as you can see, market created, pushed up, and now market is retracing back. We have this sort of liquidity around here, and market has cleared that out, and we can see that the next significant zone that was left unmitigated was this 3 hours point of interest, this 3 hour demand zone, and we can also find little imbalance right there. That is, price did not properly fill up this. The last candle up here was there, and the last candle, so we have imbalance right there, or what we call FVG. Okay, so now that we are back testing, all we need to do now is set an alert right here. Okay, so in replay mode, you cannot set alert while backtesting, but we should assume we are in a live market. We'll set alert right here. So when market pushes down into this zone, we want to now see how we could have capitalized on this zone to look for buy trades to be able to make profits from this zone up to this zone as an intraday trader, or up to this zone, this daily demand zone, as a swing trader. Okay, so now that we've been able to identify zones where we want to take profits from, the next thing now is to look at this zone, and the next thing is to look at this zone and see how. So as you can see, price has tapped into this zone. That was a bit too much, so let me cut my chart. So now to backtest this zone, now you want to now go to the lower time frame. So the lower time frame is any time frame like the 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, thereabout. So you can move down to the 5 minutes time frame, and what you need to do, you can actually, there's what we call the aggressive entry and the confirmation entry. The aggressive entry is when you set your buy limit at these 3 hours point of interest, and just get into your buy trade from there and take profit. This aggressive entry is one of the disadvantage is that it's as you have a lot of big stop loss, and your risk to reward will be quite small. Okay, so and this, when you have big stop loss, it will allow you to use a lower lot size, and as much as possible you should try and capitalize on your trades, get the best out of your trades. Okay, so you can either get into a trade right here with aggressive entry, set your buy limit at 11,400 and set your stop loss right here. But if you are like me that likes to look for confirmation, sometimes if this particular 3 hours point of interest is actually big, then you can wait for confirmation entry. So now we want to mark out our structure. Now that price has tapped into this, you want to look for the last low that gave us this last push, to this particular zone. So now, as you can see, now that we have identified our last lower high, and this is our lower low, I want to set an alert right here and see if price will actually break this zone. And if price is able to break this zone, then I know this zone is really holding price to push up. So now the next thing for me is to wait if this zone will be taken out. So I'll wait and see if that zone is taken out. And as you can see, we had a break of structure. So now that we broke this lower high, I know for sure now that market is really going bullish. Okay, this gives me the confirmation that market is going bullish. And if the market has broken this high, there will be no point for the institutions to push below this lower low right here. There is no point for institutions to go below this low. Okay, so this becomes our um this becomes our safe low. Okay, we are safe at this point. Okay, so now that we have this break of structure, at this particular push to this upside, we want to look for our zone where we can get into a buy trade from. So now all you need to do now is, if you are on a particular time frame and you cannot get a clear zone, sometimes the zones may look mitigated. That's why you need to go from time frame to time frame. But on this time frame now, and if you are unable to get a time frame, you can pull out your Fibonacci retracement tool from the last swing low to where you have your break of structure, and any point of interest that you can find between the 61 or the 78% on the Fibonacci retracement tool is a good discounted zone for you to take your buy trade from. Okay, so it's a little bit drizzling here, so I don't know if the sound of the rain might be heard in the video. Please, sorry about that. So at this particular point now, I can see on this zone that we have this demand zone right here that fits well into this discounted area. So I can have this point of interest marked out. So let me quickly remove this 3 hours point of interest now to the left side right here. So at this particular point, I think I kind of like this zone. But just below this zone, we can see that we have little imbalance again at this level. But I'm not sure if price will likely push down to this zone. And in order not to miss this buy, I might decide to just have my entry here and have my stop loss to protect me from, in case market will push down into this level. So I can have this moved down here. So this will be my stop loss just to be protected. And I can now set my trade to take profits right here. Remember guys, we are still back testing. We are not sure if this is correct or not, but this is how we follow our trading rules and trading conditions. Okay, so I just want to have this right here. So we are back testing. Let's see if this actually works out. So as you can see, market pushed up again, but we are patient. Okay, we have to be patient when it comes to forex trading. You have to be patient. Okay, so let's keep playing. Let's see if market comes back. As you can see, market is coming back, but we are yet to tap into that zone. We are still waiting. Okay, so market finally taps into our zone and we've now been tapped in. Let's see if we will make profit on this trade or this trade will hit stop loss. Okay, so we are still in a drawdown, and this is why I said the other time you want to make sure you are giving your trades room to breathe. As you can see, this imbalance was actually filled. So for someone that had their point of interest at this zone, I think it's quite better than me that had mine at this level, which is more safer and reduce the stop loss. But there are sometimes that markets may not push totally down to mitigate the extreme end. So let's just assume we add it right here. So let's continue. And as you can see, markets stayed for a long time at this zone, consolidated, broke structure, gave a change of character, and another entry may have been gotten from this zone because as you can see, we broke above this high, market came back tapped. We broke above this high, market came back tapped into this zone. So this gave like about 2 re-entries, but I do not think even if I was in this trade, I would have taken re-entries like that because the first trade I took is still kind of at entry. So won't be safe getting into multiple entries at this point. So let's keep playing, and market came back again, mitigated this demand, and came back again. Market still playing at this entry. So are we going to win this trade, which is about 1 to 7 RR or not? So we are still holding, backtesting to see if we will eventually be in profits, make profit out of this trade, or will it stop us out? So at this particular point, okay, let's keep moving. I think we should go to the 15 minutes time frame in order not to waste our time. Okay, so at this point in time, from our entry right here, since we've been able to break another significant low, and I think were we able to take out this low? No, we almost took it out, but no. So at this particular point in time, as we are backtesting, we can have our stop loss moved into break even at this particular point because we have taken out significant highs. We took out this high and we almost took out this high. So at this point, I want to kind of break even, or if I did not break even, because as you can see right here, we kind of created liquidity right here, and we have this demand zone right here. So there's still probability for price to probably push down into this zone again to mitigate this zone. Okay, so at this point in time, because of this demand zone and imbalance, I may likely not move my stop loss into break even yet, or probably at this point in time I might decide to take partials off my trade, because this is a good profit all the way from here to right here. As market is pushing back, this is about 284 pips on Nasdaq already. So this is already a nice pips, a nice trade. So I can decide to take some partials out of this trade and allow the rest to run. Okay, so but normally at this particular point you ought to have moved your stop loss to break even, or because of this demand zone you can decide to have your stop loss move to this level instead of at this level. So you can move your overall stop loss here or right here. So let's just assume we have it right here. So this is how to back, when you are back testing, you want to try and do what you would do on a live market. Okay, so let's keep playing. Do our take profit get it? So as you can see, market came all the way down again. Market came all the way down. And probably if we, like I said, if our stop loss was moved to this level, you can see we would have been gotten stopped out. But most likely I would have put my stop loss at break even, because this push was really way too much. I wouldn't want to lose anything on this trade, so I would have been stopped out of this trade. So this is how to backtest. You want to see what will happen if it was in live market. So as you can see, markets has now broken another structure, and probably we are no longer in this trade. Or if your stop loss was still at this low and you were still targeting this high, then you will still be in this trade. But if I was in this trade, actually I don't think I'll be in this trade, because I would have been out. So as you can see, so there was an opportunity when we broke this high again. Could have been looking for another opportunity around this level for another re-entry opportunity. So let's have another re-entry right here. Let's go to the 30 minutes time frame and find a better refined entry. 45 minutes, not so clear. 1 hour, not so clear. 2 hours time frame. Okay, we have this candle, but it looks big, so we can work with the body of the candle. So we are still back testing. Let's see if we can get another re-entry at this point, or the market will just hit our take profit. As you can see, market has hit our take profit without us being in the trade. So this is how you back test. Okay, we want to pick significant points of interest. So if not that this market came back into this zone, this would have been a complete 1 to 7 hour. Our take profit was it. Okay, so that's how you back test in the market. Okay, you want to pick significant zones. Okay, that's what you want to do. Okay, so let's take for example this daily demand that we have right here. Let's take, for example, price later comes up into this daily demand zone. And because of the structure we have already, this Nasdaq is in a downtrend. We have this high, we created this low. So there's probability for price to come back into this supply zone and give us yet another zone. So far, this last high is not being taken out. So at this point of interest, let's assume price comes into this zone and we push down. If you are trying to now backtest this zone, what you want to do also is for you to just come to your chart, click on your replay and cut price action from that zone, and all you need to do is wait for price to come into this zone. Once price taps, you want to go down to your lower time frame and wait for a break of structure, and then get confirmation entry and then get into your sell trade. I hope this video was beneficial to you. I hope you understand how to backtest better now, and if there's any question, you can leave your question below in the comment section. I'll try and do another backtest on a currency pair, because this is an indices. I'll try and do on currency pairs and show you how to backtest as well. So thank you guys for staying to the end. Really appreciate you for subscribing to my channel, and if you are interested in joining my academy, for some time I stopped in around June. I stopped accepting students because I decided to take a break, and but now if you're interested in joining, it's just $100 to join my academy. And in the academy I always have a one-on-one session with my students, so we get to analyze the market personally on a Zoom session. You get to ask me your questions, what you don't understand, and you get access to my 3-part course, and you get access to my Discord channel. And on the Discord channel on Sundays, we always have weekly webinars where all the academy members get to ask questions, and we get to break down pairs together, and we do possible outlook for the week. We kind of analyze what we are trying to trade for the week, and sometimes during the course of the week we actually look for entries together and take some trades together as well. So guys, if you're interested, just 100 USD to reach me. You can reach me on Telegram at Temilo. My username will be below in the description box. So thank you guys, and see you some other time.